Eyitayo Jegede from Governor on those states. PDP, power to the people. Orange 94.5 FM. It's coming up to 16 minutes before 10. This is a special interview session of the PDP gubernatorial candidate in Ondo State, Eyitayo Jegede. And good to have you here once again.
Thank you very much.
And now let's talk about some issues revolving around your candidacy. This past few weeks, you've spent most of your time in the court. And, we thank God for something that you came out of the court victorious. But then, what are the lessons that you've drawn out of the whole experience?
First, I'm happy to be back. It is true I've been out of circulation for quite some time. But then, that is the way of life. Somebody asked me, he said that some things are not fair. I said, what is fair? Things happen. You can't explain them. But one thing I know is that these troubles, these travails was not caused by us. It was imposed on us by some people who did not mean well for the state. It was imposed on us by those who are being described by decisions of appellate courts as fraudulent people. It was contrived by those who do not want the best for the state. But then there are challenges. Our prayer is that we should overcome all challenges. But this time around, they took on the wrong person. They took on the wrong person, and they suffered for it. What they had was a temporary victory when they contrived a judgment against us. What they had was something that could not be sustained because they had to pay for it. And then the Court of Appeal vindicated us and set aside the monumental fraud that was contrived in this process. Supreme Court penalized them and asked them to pay the highest cost ever awarded in this country. And I will tell you that these are people who never mean well for our people in the state. Now, if they mean well, why should they take the entire state through this process of fraud? Why should they go and contrive and try to get somebody who they believe will win the election out of circulation? I know in this they are united. United because it was convenient for all of them. And when I say all of them, I mean all of them. I mean all of those who are involved. Even those who pretend not to be involved. They were the brains behind it. And they had to get people who are comedians to come and create a problem for the state. But having said that, I say that they meant this to hurt us. It was meant for evil, but it worked for our good. It worked for our good because everybody now knows that, yes, you are trying to cheat a particular person. Yes, you're trying to play the old politics of fraud. But then they have been exposed. They've been exposed because all that they have labored for all these weeks, all that they have contrived and planned fell like a pack of cards. All that they have planned is like a balloon that you just put in it and it just deflates. And they are out of town. The truth of it is that whatever will be, will be. If God opens a door, nobody can shut it. If God shuts a door, nobody can open it. And God sees our hearts. God knows that we are Omoluabi. We are responsible people. And what we want to do is not self-seeking. What we want to do is to bring level of responsibility into politics. Let our people know that they have leaders that they can trust. Build a new bond of friendship between the governed and the governed. And create a nexus that each and every person in this state will trust his government. Each and every person will know that, look, when you entrust money to these people, you can go to sleep. And every of our citizens will now be able and ready to participate in governance. That is why we are in this business. And because we know that these are challenging times, we also know that there are some things that have happened. All administrations, the first, the second, even military regimes, good number of them have done some good things. We must preserve those fine legacies. But we must do brand new things. We must go and do things that are bold. We must go to the south and develop a deep seaport. We We must build a port that is as big as the one you have in other countries outside the country. We must exploit the level of the depth that you have in our deep sea area, our coastal lines, that is deeper than the one you have in Lagos. We must ensure that you have big ships that will come and park on our coastal lines. Yeah, imagine for a moment, just close your eyes, and imagine that you have a seaport in Igbokoda area, in SLD area, in Nigeria. Imagine that you have a railway transporting goods from that place to the northern side. Imagine for a moment that you have developments that are compelled and imposed because you are doing extraordinary things. Imagine that you bring those who have money, the Chinese people, the Britons, the Americans, to come in here and you ask them to look, this is a deep sea port, this is a coastal line, the longest you can find anywhere, the deepest you can find on this part of the world. Bring your money and develop it, run it, so that big ships can come and bath in Ondo State for the first time. And imagine for a moment that this is happening. You provide job and employment for our people. There will be massive construction going on in that axis. That in itself will also compel the white man that is coming to have an hotel there, because they want to sleep somewhere. So you start by building small hotels, catering centers, small offices, photocopying center, areas where you can develop new block baking industry, so that you can build the bigger industry, which is a deep sea port. Now, it can happen in our lifetime. You do not develop without taking the first bold step. It's only those who are afraid who cannot develop. But for God's sake, look, 20 years back, we didn't have handset. 20 years back, you have to go back and queue and start turning your hands. 20 years back, you don't have that small computers. But some people are daring. We want to dare this. We want to do it in a way that our people will know that, look, it is limitless. The opportunities are limitless. And because we have traveled, we have seen a lot of these things. We believe we can do it even in our state. We want to turn this state into a new El Dorado. And we will not fail. But even if we do not achieve all we set out to achieve, people will know that we have tried. And that is why we're in this business. We're not in this because we're self-seeking or looking for money or looking for positions. We're in this because we think we can improve on a lot of our people, the farmers. We want to do new things for farmers. We want to let there be insurance. In case cows come to my neighbor's farm and destroy his crops, pay him some money. In case our farmers have crops, maize, rice, and he wants to pay school fees, take it to government, let him pay them money. In case he wants to wait, let him do whatever he wants to do with his money. But we must ensure that we give our people a new lease of life. And in all this, we must ensure that we're focused and we're trusted.
Okay, because of our time, we can't hide away from the fact that you've been away from the camping grounds for a while. Now, you have just 24 hours. 24 hours to most people seems impossible, but you are here confident of victory. How do you intend to connect with your fans, connect with those who believe in the Yimafa project?
God will help us. This is God's own project. My confidence is rooted in my belief in God. I'm a child of God. And God knows I'm not doing this because I'm a typical run-of-the-mill politician. God knows I'm doing this for the sake of the people. And let me say, maybe God sent me to come and do this. And that is why you have this level of affection, the level of love. Look, I've been out of circulation for 4 weeks. But even then when I came yesterday, you can see the enormous, massive love of our people. And you can see old women that are praying for you. Young ones want to touch you. It can only be God. And when God says, look, this is going to happen, there's nothing anybody can do about it. And because we mean well, now we will try as much as possible to cover all the lost grounds. We will try our best in the circumstance, believing that our people are quite smart and intelligent. Now, Ondo State people are one of the most educated people you can find anywhere. I told you jokingly some times ago that, look, our people in Ondo State now know that there's a Supreme Court composed of 5 justices. You know there's a court of appeal that is between the lower court and the Supreme Court. They know that courts can give judgment. They know that once you tell a lie, it's likely it will be discovered. Our people now know that you have how many days to file an appeal. Our people now know that, look, it's not everyone that can appeal. Now, this is what is happening. It's part of education. And like I said, when they contrived this, when they planned this, they meant it for evil. But God has turned it to good. Because everybody now knows that some people are just trying to take us out of the system. But God will not allow them. Now, we will do our best. And our best